So a lot of you asked me, Guru, when are you gonna make another car culture video, bro? Them just lit. Here we go. We need to talk about it. Y'all been asking, how do we repair the car culture and bring it back to how it was in the early 2000s? The answer's simple. Bring back bullying. We need bullying. Bullying was an integral part of the car culture. When you did something stupid in the early 2000s or the 90s or beyond, you got called out for it. Y'all problem is y'all don't say shit, which ruins the car culture entirely. Start wedging these niggas, pulling their boxes over their head in front of their bitch, embarrassing them. Start calling out all of the internet dick riders. Man, his car fast, but man, my cousin got one fast. Fuck your cousin. Fuck your grandma and your mother's uterus. We ain't talking about that. Letting people who don't understand the car culture tell you about your build. Yeah, man, yeah, your car nice, but I wouldn't have paid all it. I would have went and bought a house for that same amount of money. Yeah, you would have, but you have 7 kids. You pay child support for each one of them. You work 3 jobs, and you still don't see enough money to pay every single bill in your motherfucking house. You a broke-ass dude whose father never showed him how to get out of a financial situation. Shut your whole ass up in so many words. Let's also talk about respect my build culture. It's the dumbest shit. I'm cooking with grease right now. Excuse me, I'm hot right now. Respect my build culture, the stupidest shit that I've ever heard. I'm not finna respect the motherfucker with $4,000 worth of LED lights on a Ford Probe with a nitrous bottle that ain't even hooked up. Go suck a dick. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Somebody finally did it. Richie B. Kid Hellcat swapped a Chrysler Pacifica. Man, this thing nastier than a Brazilian soccer mom going through a midlife crisis. You pull up to a red light and you hear this thing idling, blower surge everywhere. You gonna rethink life. I can admit, you may look at the tires at a red light and be like, oh man, he's just doing it for shits and giggles, until it pulls off and his supercharger sounds like it's going through a divorce. Listen to what I'm saying. I couldn't own nothing like this. You know why? I act a early 2000s Kanye West 700 plus horsepower minivan. That sounds like a sin. This thing hauls more ass than a Hooters worker. Like seriously, this feels wrong. This feels like giving a 90-year-old dementia patient a ice cold Coca-Cola. This thing hauls more ass than a mine with a BBL. This thing nastier than a nursing home patient mistaking a rhino pill for a Tylenol. He gonna catch everybody off guard. Bro, what's under your hood? Oh man, nothing. A group of Polish guys breakdancing with the lights off. The problem with a lot of vehicles in today's market is they fail to deliver that 90s nostalgia that, you know, JDM cars of the 90s invoked in people. When you look at a 300ZX, you know it's a 300ZX, right? Came with a twin turbo 3-liter V6, absolutely legendary. But the biggest downfall with this vehicle is that everything was made with CAD and it fit like a glove. So changing parts is a pain in the ass. This right here is a 3000 GT VR4. Came with a transversely mounted 3-liter twin turbo V6. Absolutely crazy. Made 300 plus horsepower. In fact, John Hennessy chose this because he couldn't afford a Porsche to take to Pikes Peak. This car literally kickstarted Hennessy's career. We have vehicles like the MK3 Supra and the Evo 8. But then you fast forward to the 21st century and the vehicles that they give us are inherently lazy. This right here is the Nissan Z, which we thought was going to be called the 400Z. Probably would have made sales a whole lot better, but no, they just call it the Nissan Z, which is freaking crazy. It's selling horribly along with the brand new MK5 BMW Supra, which by the way is failing just like I said it was when it first came out. They're discontinuing this car, and to add insult to injury, right? The icing on the cake. The final edition of this is going to make like 429, almost 430 horsepower, get a manual transmission and things like that, but they not going to offer it to the American market. Somebody tried to argue me down. Bro, it didn't fail. It's just that the market wasn't there. That mean it failed, stupid ass boy. But I digress. Back to the Z car. This is literally, quite literally, look at the roof line. Look at the rear end. This is literally just a 370Z with a Q50 engine that's been tuned to make 450 horsepower. They want $40,000 plus for this when you can go find a used 2014 Corvette Stingray. Let's face the cold hard truth. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. There's not a single woman in Atlanta, Memphis, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Dallas, Texas, Santa Monica, California, that's going to look at this and want to get in this versus a Scat Pack or a Hellcat or a Camaro. People want something. People want to go buy something that rumbles. That sounds like a V8. This was never going to outsell the Mustang in any way, shape, or form. So even though these cars are coming with, you know, these twin turbo inline sixes and shit like that, these twin turbo V6s, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what car companies collaborate with each other. Is it going to win over the masses? Is it true to the source? It's like if you're making a movie based off an old Marvel comic. How much of the source material did you use? Hence why I'm not even excited for the new Integra coming out. They're just putting a name on something that they probably have already planned to build for like the last 5 years. Listen, we're just going to throw the Integra name on it and sell it to the people. Deep down, it's just a rebadged, you know, Civic Type R. It's almost like when you got food in your teeth. Your tongue pointing to where the food is, but your finger can't seem to find it.